Good morning. It is Saturday morning, November the 15th, and here are your headlines for the day. We'll start off with health news. Colon cancer patients taking GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy were far less likely to die within 5 years, UC San Diego researchers found. Psychotherapist Jonathan Alpert says Trump derangement syndrome is real, and 75% of his patients, 75% of his patients, where does this guy live, I wonder, have symptoms, including sleeplessness and hyperfixation caused by the mere mention of President Trump. Did anybody get triggered just then? I apologize if I triggered anyone. He said, I would even go so far to call it the defining pathology of our time. My goodness. Now, if you have TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, you might not want to listen to this next one, because this one is going to send you spiraling. Okay? President Trump said yesterday, I had an MRI. The doctor said it was the best result he has ever seen as a doctor. That's it. And just if you've got TDS, that is not good news for you, is it? Trump's crazy, though. The doctor said it was the best result he's ever seen. Surge in whooping cough cases in southern state prompts health alerts. That state is Texas. A person in Washington state has tested positive for H5N5 bird flu, the first time an H5N5 has ever been found in a human. Let's do some illegal immigration headlines. I don't really ever do those, and they're in the news all the time. Let me just go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 illegal immigration headlines. An illegal immigrant accused of killing a 71-year-old California man while driving drunk has reignited criticism of Governor Gavin Newsom's sanctuary policies. Anti-ICE Illinois agitators clash with officers outside Chicago immigration facility, arrest made. A federal appeals court blocked Trump admin restrictions on immigrants obtaining commercial driver's licenses, which were imposed after an illegal immigrant trucker was accused of causing a crash that killed 3 people. Now, I don't know, so I've got a question here. I can't pull it up and look real quick. A federal appeals court blocked Trump admin restrictions on immigrants. So are his restrictions on all immigrants obtaining commercial driver's licenses? If it's on all immigrants, I'm not sure that is right. But if it's just illegal immigrants, and you can't hardly tell sometimes because liberals don't seem to understand the difference between illegal immigrant and illegal immigrant. But a judge has refused to drop charges against Representative LaMonica McIver, Democrat, New Jersey, accused of assaulting federal agents at a Newark ICE facility earlier this year. The court found her actions were not part of any, quote, legitimate legislative purpose. How could an assaulting a federal agent be part of any legitimate legislative purpose? Was that what she was claiming? Rejecting claims the case was politically motivated. I had a legitimate legislative purpose, Your Honor. Charlotte officials, listen to this, Charlotte officials prepare for a federal immigration crackdown, calling it, listen, an invasion, as the city pledges to protect migrants from pending raids. So the federal authorities coming in to arrest illegal immigrants is the invasion. The illegal immigrants is not the invasion. The federal authorities coming in to arrest the illegal immigrants is the invasion. Okay. Epstein news. Trump to ask Department of Justice to investigate Epstein ties to Democrats and banks. President Trump blasts Democrats after they leaked Epstein emails referencing him, now demanding AG Bondi probe Epstein's ties to Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, J.P. Morgan, and others. President Trump said this is another Russia scam, with all arrows pointing to the Democrats. Russia. Attorney General Pam Bondi says the DOJ will investigate Bill Clinton and other prominent Democrats following the release of new emails revealing ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Government shutdown news. You say, I thought that was over. Well, hold on a second. Psych. House Republicans plan to vote next week on repealing a controversial measure added by the Senate in the bill that ended the government shutdown. So, here we go. The only way the Senate was able to pass, we're finding out now, able to pass something to end the government shutdown was they had to let the Democrats add something to it. See, those people up there, here's what, and this is on both sides. This is aggravating. They always got to add something. Look, vote on the issue up or down. Bam. Adding something to it is wrong, I think. Well, we'll vote on this, but we got to add something that you don't want to do. No, let's just vote on that, whether that's right or wrong, good or bad. Let's vote on that one. Get that out of the way. And then we'll vote on your thing. Anthony, that's just the way it works. Well, it works wrong. Here was what they added. Listen, the provision, tucked, that means snuck, hidden, into the legislative branch appropriations bill. Read that as tucked into the bill that ended the government shutdown. And dubbed, here's what was tucked in there. Requiring Senate notification for Senate data. Like, you see that, you think, oh, okay, so what? Would allow senators directly targeted in former special counsel Jack Smith's Arctic frost investigation to sue the U.S. government for up to $500,000. Well, now I'm reading that, and now I've got to go back and think about this. The provision, that sounds like something that Republicans added to it. If I'm understanding that thing right. But they're wanting to repeal. I don't know. I got to look into that one. Y'all can look into it. I probably won't, but y'all can if you want to. We'll file this news under aliens. Dan Farah, director of The Age of Disclosure. It's a documentary that's coming out, if it's not already out. The Age of Disclosure says that his new film uncovers an 80-year cover-up involving non-human intelligent life, featuring testimony from 34 U.S. military and intelligence insiders. Economy news. President Trump announced yesterday that he was lifting tariffs on goods, including coffee, bananas, and beef, among others. Okay, now see, I got a question. Well, one thing I'm like, well, good, because beef prices are soaring. If this will help bring beef prices down, that's good. But why do we import beef? I mean, surely we've got enough cows in the United States of America. We shouldn't have to import beef. Somebody who knows something can educate me. Politics. This is about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Trump withdraws his endorsement of Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, blasting his once loyal ally as wacky. Good. I, for one, am glad to hear this, because she has gone, she's one of these, she's moving towards the woke right. She's moving towards the Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson bunch. Trump said she has told many people that she is upset that I don't return her phone calls anymore. Here we go. This is classic Trump. Just the same way with his greatest ever MRI the doctor's ever seen. But this sounds like high school stuff. She's told many people that she's upset that I don't return her phone calls anymore. But I can't take a ranting lunatic's call every day. President Trump pulled his support for Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene on Friday night, calling her a ranting lunatic who's gone far left. See, I'm sorry, President Trump. I'm sorry, Trump fans. She has gone far right. she has gone far right. Green responded by saying Trump was trying to make an example out of her to scare other Republicans. So it's just that the right doesn't want to admit that there's a far right that's wacky. So Trump's wanting to call it far left. Education news. The Michigan State Board of Education approved new state sex education standards, which include recommendations that students be taught about gender identity and sexual orientation. The Michigan Health Education Standards Guidelines, they couch it as health, were adopted on Thursday after a 6-2 vote, despite pushback from some parents and pastors who argue they undermine parental rights and religious liberties. Proponents of the standards, however, contend that they are age appropriate and will help LGBTQ plus students understand themselves. Here's my problem. The school has no, who said it's the school's job to help LGBTQ students understand themselves? There's no place for that in the school, in my opinion. IMO. You say, I don't know what does IMO mean. Man, if you don't know, you're not cool like me. Culture news. Real-time host Bill Maher and best-selling author Scott Galloway make the case that young men should drink more and take risks, particularly when it comes to dating. Yep, that's exactly that's what we need to do in America. That's what the problem is. Young men need to drink more. People aren't drinking enough. And take risk in dating. Yeah. And several liberal Protestant and Jewish denominations declared transgenderism holy this week in direct rebuke of a vote by the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops to bar transgender procedures in Catholic healthcare facilities. See, I told you a couple days ago that the Catholic bishops said no more transgender procedures in Catholic healthcare facilities. So these other groups, Protestant and Jewish groups, liberal Protestant and Jewish groups, have declared transgenderism holy. Technology news. Scientists have just created an AI that can basically read your mind. It can just look at the electrical things going on, spit out your thoughts. Wars and rumors of wars. Here we go, final one. Wars and rumors of wars. Top officials will present Trump with military options for Venezuela in the coming days. And an official American source confirms to the Associated Press Iran hijacked an oil tanker in the Strait of it should be Hormuz? I thought it was Hormuz. Anyway, Iran hijacked an oil tanker. There you go. There you have it. Your news for the day. Yeah, that's a mess. Just like the world. Y'all have a good day. God bless you. Hope to see you in church tomorrow.